Well, there's something wrong with this door. Ah, there's your problem. That's just a mess. That's not going to work at all. So today we're going to be replacing this door handle in this 2008 Chevy Colorado. Anyway guys, I hope everybody is staying safe out there. Practicing social distancing and all that. As you can see, that's my son's S10 that he was working on at the time in the background. This is a little bit older video. I did this, probably at least a year ago or more. And anyway, that actual S10 is the engine, the 6-liter engine that he was putting in that. I'm going to be putting in my 2011 Chevy Colorado that I just bought. And I do have videos on that. Hope everybody's following along. That's what I'm working on right now. So anyway, enough about the S10. This is about the 2008 Chevy Colorado door handle. We're going to be installing a new door handle on this truck because this one's all busted up. There is 2 Phillips screws down there in that pocket that I'm taking out right now. You'll need a Phillips screwdriver to get them out. And there's another Phillips screw in where the door handle is on the inside panel there. That you pull it out. You'll see me take that out in a second here. But I usually pull those 2 screws out first. Set them somewhere where they won't get lost. And then that whole handle and the where your power windows are and power locks, that all comes out in one piece. There's a couple of clips there. You just got to be careful when you pull it out. And then there's, I believe, 4 connectors on the back. It's 3 or 4. I can't remember. It might be 3. Yeah, 3 connectors. Yeah. One's for your power locks, I believe. One's for your power windows. And the other one is for your power mirrors. And that's the other screw I was talking about you have to take out. Pop that out. And then you just unclip that. The handle actually stays on the door. You don't have to take the actual handle off the interior of the door. You just take that little trim piece out from around. And then the door should just pop off. Pretty simple. And just remember that tweeter that's right there. There's a little wire. That's what I'm taking off now. You got to take that wire off. Don't just go reefing the door panel off because you'll rip that wire. Probably damage the tweeter, more than likely. Anyway, pull back the plastic. And the door handle's in there. And there's 2 10mm little bolts that hold that in. Now this one's all tore apart. The bolts were broke. They weren't working. Those are door rod retaining clips. They just snap into a little hole and they snap over top of the rod. I believe there was at least 1, maybe 2 of them in there I had to take off. Anyway, because this one was all busted up and where it bolted on, it was all let go, so there was really nothing holding this door handle on. It came off very easily. I stand corrected. The bolts and the nuts were actually still in the holes in the door. And I had to use a 10mm. And I had to get a pair of vice grips, I believe, yes, on the outside. To try and get them out. But that little DeWalt is some powerful. I've had that for a lot of years and it works great. Took them nuts off those bolts like very easy. Yeah, but it took a little bit of doing, but I got the nose. That one there. I think I needed a little more power. The DeWalt wasn't quite strong enough to get that out, so. And that's what happens. They rust in there and then they're just darn near impossible to get out. But this does eventually come after I mess with it for a bit. So at this point, I'm like, okay, I got to get something with more power. So I go and I get the big DeWalt. This is the 1/2-inch DeWalt Impact. And I thought, that'll get it out. And it did. Without any trouble, as you can see. It just spun that out like it was nothing. Now, why didn't I do that in the first place? I should have. Would have been a lot easier. But I didn't. Anyway, it's out now. So both bolts are out. Now we can get ready to put the new handle in place. And something else I just thought of. Go and get a frickin' light. That's better. Now I can see what's going on. Why I didn't do that in the first place, I'll never know. Anyway, got a light so I can see. So now I'm just hooking up the rod to the door handle. There's a couple of rods in there. And like I was telling you, those little rod retaining clips, basically you just push the rod in through them and turn the clip down over top of the rod, and that holds everything in place. Usually not too difficult to get in, but sometimes it can be a bit of a chore, as you can see here. You just kind of got to figure out how to get all your fingers in there to get everything latched up properly. Usually it's pretty straightforward. Takes a little bit of doing. And something else I should tell you is this door handle, it's the driver's side front door handle. And that one is the only one out of all the door handles that have a lock on it. The rest of the doors, there's no key lock. That's the only one. Even the passenger side front door does not have a lock, a keyhole lock on it yet. I don't know why. I guess they were trying to save money when they built the truck, but I did notice my 2011, it has a key lock on both sides. So maybe Chevy changed that in later years. I don't know. But just something to keep in mind when you're ordering it. If you're going to order a new one, make sure you get one with the keyhole lock for the front driver's door. Because if there's no hole in it, there's no lock. Anyway, I think I just used a screwdriver there to get the clip latched on. It can be a little bit tricky sometimes to get them on. can take a little while. This whole project, start to finish, should take you about 30 to 45 minutes without too much trouble. I think it took me around 30 minutes start to finish to do this, so. And there you go, clips are in, door handle rods are all attached. Now I'm just putting in the little bolts that hold the door handle on, 2 little 10mm bolts, one on each side. I need the extension for that one to get it in there. That's it. Door handle is installed. Put the plastic back on. Usually there's a black stuff in behind that plastic. It'll usually just stick back onto the metal. And there's a little cap there I just put on at the end of the door. That's to access that other hole. Make sure you plug your tweeter in. Don't forget to plug your tweeter in. And another thing, those wires that come up for the power windows and power locks, make sure you pull them up into that little pocket, because if you don't, the wires will stay down in the door, and then when the door is all clipped on, you go to pull your wires up, you can't get them through that hole. They're stuck down in between the door panel and the door itself. So, and there's a little up top there, what I'm doing now, there's just a little thing that goes over the mirror. It's just a little cover, it goes over where your mirror is, your side mirror. It just snaps on and off. So just plug all those plugs back into the power windows and the power locks and power mirrors, and put your 2 screws in there. Oh, try not to lose them. And that's really about it. That's how you replace a door handle on a 2008 Chevy Colorado. And this goes right from 2008 right up to 2012. Colorados and Canyons both. So they're the same truck. So yeah, that's about it. I got some pictures here at the end of the door handle installed on the truck and the truck all cleaned up. I actually polished this truck all up and put it for sale, and I must say it turned out really good. So there's the truck, and that is the new door handle installed. Turned out pretty good. And yeah, I went over this whole truck with the polisher to make sure it was nice and clean. I even undercoated the frame and everything on it, all underneath. It turned out really good. Anyway, I hope everybody enjoyed the video, and I hope everybody enjoys all my videos. Thanks for the subscriptions. I really appreciate it. Everybody stay safe out there, and thanks for watching.